This is the Hobbit.
You asked me to find the 14th member of this company, and I have chosen Mr. Baggins.
Me? No.
Hobbits can pass unseen by most if they choose, which gives us a distinct advantage.
We will seize this chance to take back Erebor!
Here, Mr. Bilbo, where are you off to?
I'm going on an adventure!
It's a great time to be making movies right now because, you know, you're in a point in time and with the technology that we have that anything you can imagine you can put on screen. Somebody like me who grew up loving King Kong and the Ray Harryhausen movies like Sinbad or Jason the Argonauts, you know, that's what I love. I love escapism. I am a kid playing in a huge toy box.
Just show me the way to get out of here, and I'll be on my way.
Where is it lost?
Yes, and I want to get unlost as soon as possible.
Oh, we know safe paths for Hobbitses. Safe paths in the dark. Shut up!
I didn't say anything.
I wasn't talking to you.
Take, for example, Gollum.
Yeah.
The extraordinary creation that Gollum is. So you've got an actor doing the movements, but then the eyes and the face. I mean, do you see a first cut, if you like, a first version of the face and go, no, I want bigger eyes. I want more emotion from the eyes. How does that process work?
Well, Gollum is a creature we designed for The Lord of the Rings. So The Hobbit's set 60 years before The Lord of the Rings. So we wanted Gollum to look the same. The difference between The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings is that in that 10-year period, we have we put a lot more muscles in Gollum's face, the digital Gollum. We put muscles around his eyes, a lot, very, very small, subtle ones, much like a human face has, and around the mouth.
And that means what, you can breathe more emotion?
It means that everything that Andy does gets accurately copied to the Gollum puppet, because that's the goal with performance capture, is that you want every choice that Andy Serkis makes as an actor, every kind of little subtle nuance with his eyes, his mouth, everything to be accurately translated to that Gollum. There's no one else involved. It literally is Andy driving the digital puppet.
As a self-confessed big kid, can you do a Gollum voice?
I'm not very good at doing that sort of thing.
I've
actually never even tried one.
Someone surely on the production must have said, "Go on."
I've never tried one. No, I should have Andy. I would have had Andy train me up, but I haven't. So I'll give it a go. He does a furball coughing thing to get himself into the mood. This is Andy Serkis. I watched him a lot doing it. So he goes, Gollum, my precious. Oh, that's the best I can do.
Where do you want this?
Oh no.
No, there's nobody home! Go away and bother somebody else! There's far too many dwarves in my dining room as it is. If this is some blockhead's idea of a joke, I can only say it is in very poor taste.
The joy of The Hobbit, really, for me, was the fact that it's a lot lighter in tone than The Lord of the Rings. I mean, Tolkien wrote it 20 years earlier, wrote it as a children's story, and then, you know, when he was asked by the publisher to write a sequel for The Hobbit, because it was so successfully started, but it took him 20 years, and it ended up being The Lord of the Rings, which was much more apocalyptic and kind of serious and adult in its tone.
When you were younger, you wanted to be a film director, essentially, didn't you? Although you didn't really know it at the time. But 8 years old, 9 years old, you were running around with a camera.
Yeah, well, I saw the original King Kong on television in New Zealand when I was about 8 or 9, and my mum and dad had a little Super 8 home movie camera, you know, for just doing family films. And I grabbed that camera and started to make plasticine dinosaurs and little monster spaceships, Thunderbirds. I built Thunderbird craft out of cardboard, and I started filming these with my mum and dad's camera. And I am the luckiest guy in the world. I mean, to have such a beloved hobby when I was young, and to suddenly find myself here, you know, many years later, doing it for a living, I'm very lucky.